We will use the circuit you see in front of you to demonstrate how to take voltage readings across a component in the middle of a circuit using an oscilloscope. This image shows the circuit implemented with channel 1 probe attached to the oscilloscope. We are going to proceed to set the input voltage to 500 Hertz, 3 volts peak to peak. In this image, you see the result of the configuration of the input source voltage. If you look at the measurement at the bottom of the screen, the blue highlighted one, that gives you the frequency is approximately 500 Hertz. Using the PAD 234A trainer, you can only get so close to a setting. Also, in the measurement shown above it, unhighlighted, is the peak-to-peak voltage for the input signal. You'll see it is approximately 3 volts peak-to-peak. This image demonstrates a key part of the two-probe method of using the oscilloscope to measure the voltages across a component in the circuit. You put one probe on each side of the component. You subtract the lower voltage from the higher voltage, and that gives you the voltage across the component. In this image, you can see both the source voltage, which is across both components, and the voltage across the capacitor. Both voltages are on the 2 volt peak-to-peak scale. You can see the voltage reading for the voltage across the capacitor. In the bottom measurement, the one for channel B, it shows a little less than 1.3 volts peak-to-peak. In order to measure the voltage across the resistor, we cannot put the probe directly across the resistor because the ground lead would ground the entire circuit at the point where it is put in. So we use the two-probe method. We have to subtract the voltage on the second probe from the voltage source. And in order to do that, we need to use a math function. So go to the tool menu and click on it. We have the source voltage, which is on one side of the resistor on channel A. We have the voltage across the inductor, which is measured on the other side of the resistor on channel B. So we want to subtract the voltage on channel B from the voltage on channel A. So select that math function and click OK. This image shows all three voltages. The source voltage, which is in blue on channel A, the voltage across the inductor, which is in bright red, is shown on the screen also. Both the source and the inductor voltages are on a scale of 2 volts peak to peak. In the dark red, we have the voltage across the resistor, or more specifically, the source voltage minus the inductor voltage, or A minus B. It is in dark red and it is on the 4 volts peak to peak scale. And if you look at the bottom, it is about 2.9 volts peak to peak.